I thought this one was about not seeing the potential, but it's not that. It's not that. Oh God, it's like when you don't know you're worthy. Oh God, I'm not even sure. Maybe I'm not sure. It's like when you don't know you're not worthy, it's like you try to prove yourself. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like you try to prove yourself to others in hopes that one day you'll get the love back that you're giving. But it's like you can't see. It's like you're blind to what you're doing. So it's like you're trying to prove yourself to those outside yourself who are doing whatever the fuck they're doing. So they don't recognize you're making all that effort or trying or efforting. It's like they think you're encouraging their behavior, of which you clearly aren't satisfied with because you keep pouring into them, hoping that they'll one day wake up and pour back into you. And again, it's like they're blind to that. They're like, oh, I had to do nothing and I get all this love poured into me. So you're cementing in their behavior. Yet you don't realize you're doing that because you don't feel whole or worthy in yourself, because you're not loving yourself. You're pouring out your love onto others versus onto yourself. And so it's like you spend all that time trying to prove your worthiness, but you're proving it to the wrong person. You need to prove it to yourself and know it and stand in it. And so it's like if other people can't see you for who you are and love you as is, then you need to move along if you're loving you. If you're loving you and standing in who you are, you move along and wait for the vibrational matches to come along. I hope I'm getting that out right, because it hit a little odd. Although I know I can relate to that. I know I've done that before. I just don't know that I would have verbalized it like that. I hope I'm seeing this clearly. It's like I don't know that you even I don't think you realize it. I don't think you realize, it's like you can't even verbalize it. Maybe that's the problem. So it's like you don't even realize the way you're behaving or acting is to get outside of you. So it's a form of manipulating. So people pleasing. You're pleasing those outside of you, or attempting to, or trying to, or hoping to, in hopes that they will turn around and offer back presence to you, love to you, truth to you, attention to you. Like you're hoping to, it's like get their attention, but nothing seems to work. But they're not seeing it from that angle. They're seeing it from the angle of they're doing whatever the fuck they're doing, and you're just freely giving them love. So you're cementing in their behavior, especially without the communication. But again, I don't think you know you're doing that, so you can't communicate it. Oh, goodness. And so, yeah, I guess that's just one more case of why we really, really, really need to just love and honor ourselves and stand in that truth and know our worth and be kind and loving to ourselves. And that doesn't mean, you want to be kind and loving to others too. You'll be that way naturally. But it's like, don't expect a return for that. But that also, which you don't anyway. Like when you're just being loving and kind, you don't expect a return. But sometimes we can get, it's like hooked or latched on, like, oh, they didn't feel that at all. And you pour on more love. And then you become addicted to doing that. It's like, whoa, you've left your alignment. What are you doing? So it's like, just be your loving self. But when you recognize it's like you're not getting that back, or there isn't the reciprocal, or whatever the case may be, it's like right then and there, you just keep moving. You keep moving. Oh God, sorry, but this feels like heavy or long-standing or something. Like you've been there forever. And you might just be realizing that's what you've been doing that whole time. Was trying to prove yourself, but again, it's like proving it to the wrong person. You need to be proving it to yourself. You have to know you are good and worthy and whole and capable of loving yourself and calling in everything you desire. And so, yeah, it's like take a look in the mirror kind of thing. It's like, what are you doing? And why do you believe you need to be doing that? Because you don't believe you're worthy. Why don't you believe you're worthy? What's wrong? You got to heal that ouch. Like, what's up? You got to work on that. That's the part you need to work on. And continue to work on that. It's like pouring that love that you seem to be pouring on others back to yourself. All that pleasing you're doing, please you, love you. But also don't look at the other people necessarily as bad, because again, it's like, because you were unconscious to what you were doing, they too were likely unconscious to what they're doing, or even the dynamic period. In other words, if people are doing nothing and you're pouring love onto them, you're cementing in the fact they don't have to do anything and they get love poured into them from you. So you're trying harder, thinking the more you do, the more they'll finally be like, oh, let's love her back. And no, that's not what's going to happen. But it's like you can't see that, and that's what I think. It's like you're running. Yeah, I've been there before. But I think if you hear this, then you can hear this. Like that might be what you needed to hear to wake up. Yeah. Yeah, but I get it. It's like when you're in the thick of it and you don't understand it either. It's like you're just so used to pouring out love onto others and loving others. And you're so used to not receiving anything back. It's like you also are cementing in the dynamics and familiarizing the dynamics, even though you're secretly hoping one day. And it's like, no, one day will never come. You have to change. You have to change from the inside, recognizing what you're doing. You need to pour that love onto you. You need to love yourself. You need to understand you're worthy of love, and that you don't need to be, it's like begging for it, But that's an internal job that takes time. And again, you actually appear to be quite young. So, like in your 20s. But again, sometimes the way they show me this stuff, it's really hard to determine these things. Which is a beautiful thing. In other words, the sooner you recognize it, the better. Always the sooner, the better, right? The longer it takes for us to recognize these dynamics within ourselves because we haven't done the self-introspection long enough, the harder it is. The harder it is because it's more familiar. We've gotten with a pattern that doesn't serve us, that isn't good for us. A belief that we have told ourselves that is a lie for so long has become cemented in further. It's like the longer we lie to ourselves, the longer we believe that lie. And the more challenging it is at times to burst that bubble or change that direction, or rip out that belief. Other people can hear it, and all of a sudden, that's all they needed to hear. It wakes them up. They don't have to, that they now believe that truth. They see that truth. They know that truth. They've integrated that truth. They're good to go. So it really just depends on the person, I suppose. Nonetheless, yeah. It's funny how these little angles or it's our ego can slip and slide us. Again, thinking it's protecting us. It's not like it's doing it to be mean or hurtful. It's trying to protect us and love us. We haven't told it anything different. We keep doing what we're doing, so it keeps giving us what we're, putting out. And so we have to be willing to take a look in the mirror, and we have to be willing to be honest with ourselves, and we have to see it all the way through. Like this person really didn't see themselves to be able to even verbalize it. They couldn't see it to verbalize it. They didn't understand it. They really believed the harder they tried, the more effort, the more love, the more time, more attention they put out, that's what they would get back, right? They couldn't understand. And it was, why were you doing that? Well, you were doing that in an attempt to prove that, see, I'm good enough, I'm kind enough, I'm nice enough, I'm worthy enough. But you're proving it to humans. You're not proving it to yourself. You're not loving yourself. You're not forming that connection and bond with yourself, which is going to unite you to the universe. And so it's like seeing that, you can be like, holy shit, that is what I was doing, right? So that you can then take all that love, all that time, all that attention, all that, take it all back and pour it into yourself. And forgive yourself for ignoring yourself. Forgive yourself for not honoring yourself, not standing in your truth, not knowing how to speak up for yourself because you didn't realize what was happening. You didn't even understand the dynamics at play. And so like now that you see, that's the work that needs to be done. And that takes some time, because now you're going to have to make that the new familiar pattern and understand it. And you'll probably slip up for some time, or at least I always did. And that's okay too. And when you notice the slip up, it's like, be happy that you noticed the slip up, because before you never saw, years and years and years, and you never ever saw. So now when you notice the slip up, you're seeing. So that's good. Oh, I see. So then you got to get familiar with that. And then the more you see it, the more you'll stop doing it, right? And the more you'll catch yourself sooner and sooner. And the more you'll get familiar with pouring into yourself, knowing, of course you're worthy. Of course you're worthy. Of course you're worthy of love. Right here, right now. End of story. You're worthy of love. And then you keep building that bond with yourself so it keeps getting stronger. Oy. And again, it's like, sorry, they keep also making the point, like, and again, it's not that, I mean, it'll probably be a bumpy ride with all those people who were used to doing nothing and getting all your love and attention, for them to recognize you're no longer giving that away for free, right? There's no equal flow there. Right? Like if there's no whatever, you're good moving on, because you're the one with all the love. You're the one doing it all. You're the one generating it all. So you're happy to keep it for yourself and heal yourself. So that could be a little bit of a bumpy ride, but don't necessarily look at them as bad either, right? Like it's like they just were asleep on whatever their wound is, or whatever their issues are, or whatever. Like it's like I don't even know, because that wasn't the highlight of what was going on in the story they were showing me. But they are making a point of that. It's like they too were likely asleep or swimming in their wound, or maybe they were aware and taking advantage of you. Who knows? It's each dynamic is individual, but that's not the point here. It's like don't focus on them anymore. Stop focusing on them. Stop giving them all your time and attention. Stop giving them all your love. Stop and don't even give them the attention of calling them bad, because no, you were the one who was doing it. It starts and ends with you, right? So don't blame them or shame them, like whatever. It's like whatever your dynamic is, you can figure it out, but don't waste more time and energy on being upset there. It's like, now that you can see it clearly and start pouring love into yourself, start building yourself up, start empowering yourself, start loving yourself, start giving yourself the time and attention that you need. Okay. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.